Hey everybody, Hunter back from Showtime Studios. Gonna do a three-part tutorial here. Actually, the first part of this will be the introduction to what I'm doing, and then we will have a first and second part. And what this will be on, this actually goes out to a guy that I've watched on the forums and was actually on one of my forums a couple years ago. And I've watched him, build some cool things and kind of progress in the hobby. And there was a post that came up the other day that I read that was from him, and he was having some issues with bleed under as far as doing a two-tone and having bleed under the tape. As far as I know, he is only using a spray can and not using an airbrush. I have done videos on masking. They are actually back in my archives on my YouTube channel. And I actually did them right in front of you on the camera. And you can see the results and, and see how it came out for yourself. I know a lot of guys out there, if this gets posted on, some of the discussion groups or on some of the forums, a lot of you have it in your head that I think I'm better than everybody else, and, whatever the case may be, I think you're totally out of line with that way of thinking, and that is definitely not the case. I may have come across that way sometimes, or come across as arrogant, or, whatever, but I don't intentionally set out to do that. I've learned a lot in this hobby. What I build is based off of going to contests in 9 different states and, my outcome at those contests and stuff. I think my builds are pretty good. Definitely not the best. Definitely never will be the best. But I've been very successful in the competition side of it and producing a quality model. And, that's one thing that a lot of people really need to think about when you go onto a discussion group or a forum and you ask, how to do something. You really need to take the advice of people that are very particular about how they build a model and how it comes out. And, I've seen all kinds of advice offered from, different individuals here and there. And the problem is the individual that's offering that advice can't do it themselves. They may think they can, but then, 2 months down the road, you see one of their builds with a two-tone paint job on it, and they're using pinstriping tape from the auto parts store to cover up the line because there's so much bleed under and the edge is all raggedy. So what I'm going to do is 2 videos here that are going to be done from start to finish on the camera, and to show you, how to do it, how to make a clean two-toned tape edge, and I'm going to be doing it with a spray can. As most of you know, I do not use a spray can very often on any of my models. Every now and then, if I'm doing a single color, I may get a Tamiya can out or even a one-shot lacquer from Testers. But the majority of times I use airbrush and airbrush only. And especially when I'm doing two-tones, I do airbrush. But like I say, this is going to be how to tape and mask in this particular case, I'm going to be using a Freightliner cab that I use for a test bed for painting. I'm going to be doing the taping on that. I'm going to be spraying with some spray can paint that a lot of you guys would use out there. I personally don't use this type of paint, but I know what you use, and I know where the problems are with it. So I'm going to try to, keep the videos as short as I can, but still get the information across that I think would help a lot of people out, and to show people that it can be done without all these stupid ways of, doing this and doing that. It's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. So I'm going to show you right here on the bench how to do it, and in the second video, we're going to go over to the spray booth, and we're going to spray it, and we'll untape it, and that'll be that. So hopefully everybody gets some information from these videos, and like I say, this is going out to mainly one person. I told him I would do him a video on this, so this will be the series of videos, so hopefully it helps him out. And so stay tuned here. I'm going to be having another the first video coming up very shortly. I'm going to start working on it, so Like always, if you have any questions or concerns, just leave me a comment on the video. I'll be more than glad to get back to you. And I will see you here in a few minutes, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.